You ever been in a room full of people, full of your friends or colleagues, acquaintances, in a party or frat? Um, you just feel this. You just feel like you're completely alone. You feel the void and hollow inside you, even though you're being part of the conversation, laughing, surrounded by this many people, but you still feel the void. And it's not something that just eases away once they hit you up or text you back kind of thing. It's much deeper. And I think it has to do something with the quality of recognition that you get. No matter how many people follow you in Instagram, I mean, many followers, I mean, many influences talk about this every single day, though it's really hard to understand, just like millionaires or trillionaires, money gurus like tech gurus talking to people on the internet, telling the youth that money will never solve you the problem, or don't chase goals, the kind of things. But it's obviously different, words only express much. You cannot actually feel it. You only listen to what they're saying, but it's literally what most of uh, kids in my age are dreaming of, and wasting and spending and grinding their time, like their entire day, just to get any closer to where they are. But they are now telling us, but it wouldn't help, it's not going to work. I think it's something similar to that, when it comes to there's people that, like, the recognition that you get from people that don't know you at all, or know you just on the surface, is worse than not being recognized at all. Hegel is one of my favorite philosophers. I'm not going to go into like one of his like really deep. I'm sure it's like, there's one this book, but I really love to read, but I had to look for a watered down version since there were so many terms that I didn't understand, I'll be honest. And he talked about recognition and how important this quality of recognition is, and how it builds our psyche, starting from when you're a child, when you're a newborn baby, since you don't have the identity I, self. So what happens is you build it, you form it from your parents, the gaze that they give you, the way they treat you, the way they respond to you, and it's like the kind of thing that develops one's identity. And once we grow older, I think people tend to forget that we still need those things. When someone says like, like the desire to be seen, let's say, it sounds like ego, or like it has some negative connotation to it nowadays. And I think that I'll say like labeling is what actually makes it really difficult to see what's underneath, like under inside of us, and how to understand each other, because we still need it. We still need the validation. Like everyone, no matter how virtuous or noble you are, obviously they have different like levels of pursuing different things. But I'll say like everyone's screaming, that I'm here in this world, please see me and validate me in their own ways, just like I'm doing it through YouTube, in different ways for other people's, different people. And I want to like cross this with this really famous idea of Aristotle about three phases of friendships. I'm sure any of you watching this, at least like might have heard of this at least once in other YouTube videos or articles nowadays. Is that like first phase is utility, friendship of utility. Second one is pleasure, and third one is virtue. And obviously, utility, you just need each other. It's like the basic, most surface level of friendship, like acquaintances that you work with, the co-workers that you just interact with, just for the sake of to get to have some kind of bond, but like not too deep since you guys are just working together in that one job. So you don't get there any closer where you have some kind of deep conversation. And where it gets a little bit complicated is friendship of pleasure. It feels deeper and intimate between your friends. Like you do enjoy the time together, but it's only when it's high, where it's only when you both can enjoy each other's time. It's not like you hit the lowest in your life and you can reach out to them. And friendship of virtue is what Aristotle said is the only and genuine it's the only and genuine form of friendship. And unfortunately, because how rare it is, like, and how slow and long the process it takes for you to have one friendship of virtue, most of people, like including me myself, will likely not have a single friendship of virtue in our entire life. Or like if you're lucky, two, three, and four, we never know. We should That's why like we should keep on trying to find different people, like not just giving up. At the end, you only need one or two, maybe not even two, one. And the reason why I brought this up is it kind of exactly um it connects it so well with Hegel's idea of recognition, like how the quality of different qualities of recognition, how the cheaper the recognition is, the less valuable the less valuable it is. And I think it's so true when it comes to friendships or any kind of human interactions you have in your daily basis. You just like I said, like those people on the internet or people just follow you without knowing who you truly are, like knowing the personality of you and like and the character inside you, are just following something that's on the surface of you, like how tall you are, how good looking you are, or how the way you speak, the way you dress, or anything. It really could be anything, just for the vibe, or just because you are there in that one specific place where he loves going often. So you just, I don't know, like he's thinking like I might as well just be kind to him and we could be a friend. That's exactly how I met so many. How I felt like I had many friends before back then. Like I felt this void inside me, but I just didn't understand why. Since I literally, like, I'm not even lying. I don't know if you can believe me, but when I didn't start to, at least when I used to socialize and try to make more friends or acquaintances in Hegel and Aristotle's term, like friendship of pleasure or friendship of utility, I used to have like so many of them, to the point where so many of my friends in my high school said like, you literally know everyone, you just tap up everyone. And I'm not saying this as like bragging, I'm saying like it's just me not realizing how to build a friendship, an actual friendship, building a bond. Or it doesn't really have to be friend. Like it could be even one of your family member, your brother could be a really good example, or potential to be your friendship of virtue, in my opinion. Because I have a brother, and it would have been great if, like, it's just I'm kind of like sidetracking right now, but it would have been great if he spoke English. I mean, by like spoke English, I'm not a perfect speaker at all, obviously, but I love. I just felt this kind of feeling that he if we could interact in English, I'm sure our relationship could have been much better. Like same goes for my family members. It's really difficult, tough to, because language really shapes how you think and how you even act at the end. So it really hits different sometimes. But anyways, that's not the point. So I just wanted to tell you guys how this recognition, like at the end, if you're just pursuing this goal that you clearly know that will not solve any problems that you have right now, or you just imagine the kind of lives of influencers having millions of followers. Like none of them really care, you know. They just look at you on the surface of it, like they didn't even meet that person, not a single time in the real life, and had a deep conversation. It's like once performing, usually it's like parasocial relationship. Exactly, that's the thing what I'm trying to say. I used to, and I'm also guilty of this because I was so into this some creators to the point I was like I felt like I was a friend of his. I know it's so like I do shame myself, and it's so pathetic. But back then, when I couldn't find the bond with real people, like a friendship of virtue, and even not even to the point like a friendship of pleasure, I used to feel bond with and spend lots of time watching their streams. You know, the kind of thing. And you might call you can call me NPC or anything, but because I'm no longer the kind of person anymore. I'm trying to build my own identity, and I took isolation as a path. I'll say like as a tool before, but obviously it wouldn't work like just like I said, just like Hegel said, consciousness. You cannot build your own full consciousness by yourself. I'm just repeating myself. Anyways, thank you for watching the video.